let's talk about Holstery. They're pretty awesome. It's the lightest bag that I've ever used. The only hiccup I have with Holstery, and as you can see, like this, I think this is their, they call it their nickel bag, or their nickel pouch. The only hiccup is when I'm using these metal clips. I bought the Pro Series clips. So that magnet's awesome. So the clip on the back is not plastic. Back in there, down in there, it's metal. So the only problem I have with that is when you're using it on the vest. And the vest is really awesome too, because I've never been able to have a rig where I could carry some of my equipment up around my chest, on my shoulders, instead of it all being down in my bags. So it took a little bit of time to get used to that. But this laser cutout Pals Molly system, whatever, sometimes, I don't know if I can show you, but if I grab this tape too quick, that came off correctly that time. But sometimes this will just pop right out. And so how I've fixed that on this one is I zip tied it so it can't open. But good news is they have an upgraded model to this. Yeah, look how easy that comes up. They have an upgraded model to this chest rig, the V2. And it has Velcro, evidently that, I gotta hold this camera right, man. I gotta remember the lens is on that side. So yeah, there's additional pouches you can put in here. So I'm definitely gonna have to get that. That will be a good investment and try it out. They still don't have the speed square holder, but I think it was Josh who somebody said, yeah, a lot of guys are just carrying it right there. So that's it. Holstery is really lightweight. You will lose your mind on the number of ways you can configure this thing. So give it a shot. I mean, at least try the chest rig. It's so cool to have just key elements. I went from framing to installing cherry finish work, and it was so nice just to carry that. And I was hanging the little cordless Milwaukee gun, the 18 gauge, right off of here, right there. Holstery. I like them. If I could make one recommendation, which they've probably already done, because it would be that these metal clips don't always stay secured to this plastic. But they have a new version of this, a V2. And I'm gonna have to try it out because it's got like pouch stuff up here, and it's just been reconfigured. So maybe they put like a little lump across here, so when you pop through, it doesn't slide off. Because in a hurry, when I grab my tape's usually right here, I've pulled this whole assembly off. And so then you got to take time to put it back on. But of course, I don't know why I'm doing trim work with a 35-foot tape, but that's just out of habit. Framers, so crazy. Same thing used to happen over here, but I zip tied that bad boy, so it's staying shut. Because too many times I'd quickly try to pull my hammer, which is a stiletto with the rubber grip, and it would grab this, and this whole thing would come off, and I'd have my hammer and this holder together, not connected to that. So that was my fix, but I'm sure they've got, I'm sure their lab is working on all kinds of cool stuff. So what they need is something like this too. This is a Diamondback, but you can hang stuff there or here. Kind of handy. All right. Well, guys, I wish you all the best. You got a great system.